Hello guys, welcome to episode 4 of
The Social Notions.
Episode 4, guys. Can't believe we've made it this far. I mean, I can.
4's my lucky number.
Four.
Do you know that?
I can't believe Katie's made it this far.
I know. To be honest, I'm shocked.
Oh, we all are, Kate. We all are. How are you?
Yeah, pretty sound. Sound as a pound. Yeah, feeling pretty good about life.
Yeah, that's good.
What about you? Because
for
we never
some.
ask you how
Yeah,
you
we do
are.
actually
Guys,
never
they
ask.
never
It's
ask.
pretty-
I could be so
fucking selfish.
terrible.
Selfish.
I could be
That's
so
what they
bad.
said.
Luckily, I'm pretty good. I've got loads of work to do, but apart from that, it's all pretty Gucci. Can't believe I just said that.
It's all Gucci.
It's all
Say
Gucci.
Gucci.
It's all
Jan?
these shoes. They're not.
Yeah, Jan wants to show off his shoes.
Yeah,
He's got a new haircut as well.
I have, yeah, I shaved it off.
Looks like
Yeah,
you
for our
come from
regular
Prison
regular
Break.
watchers and listeners, you may notice. I mean, the listeners can't see Jan's haircut, but the watchers, the
watchers.
viewers, should I say,
The viewers, yeah.
can see Jan's
yeah, I
fresh
shaved it
trim.
off. Fancied a change, something different. Why not?
Why not? I'm gonna do mine next week, guys.
Sorry.
Oh,
Just
Katie.
moved the mic.
Sorry, everyone, if you just got a massive bang in your headphones.
Yeah, it's good to do things out of the blue.
Yeah.
I do think that is definitely something that I live by. Those things sporadic, spontaneity.
There you go.
Cool.
Sick.
Sick.
The three S's.
Yeah. I hope you guys have been enjoying so far. We've now got 3 episodes out. Yeah, you would have seen all 3.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you've seen all 3. Heard all 3. Just keep giving us feedback, guys. Let us know what you think. It's always good to know and get positive or negative feedback.
Yeah,
Bit of both.
slag us off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do what you
why
want, mate.
not?
Tell
Keyboard
us what
warrior.
Tell us.
Do it.
I mean,
I'll be
don't
replying.
be unnecessarily mean.
No, do it.
Yeah, I could take it.
Be
No? Okay.
Can't believe Jan just said the C word.
Yeah, I know.
I really don't like that you just did
yeah,
that.
don't put that in.
Should we beep it out?
Beat
Yeah.
that
Did
out.
he
Do
beep
that.
him?
Beep, beep.
Yeah, I will never say that word ever again.
How dare
Terrible
you.
behaviour. Anyway, moving on from Jan's explicit content. It's going to be same old, same old. We're going to spin the wheel. We're going to get a topic. And we're going to chat shit. You guys know how it goes. Lock in with us, guys. We're going to... Thanks, Kate.
Oh.
You're welcome, everyone.
We're going to spin
You're welcome,
and
Tilly.
see what happens. Yeah, that's about it, guys. So, guys, we spanned the wheel yet again, 4th time round, and it's landed on polygamy versus monogamy. Which
Yeah.
is... it was
First
actually-
up, I'm really sorry because I can't actually say the words.
It's not hard.
Polygamy.
Polygamy.
Polygamy,
Monogamy.
monogamy. So I'm going to just say straight up, if I get it wrong, don't laugh at me, I'm sorry.
We
I'll
will
laugh.
laugh.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
But that we're just being honest.
I
Like,
don't care.
we've told you. We've broken it down syllabically.
Oh yeah, you can say that.
That's a word. Syllabically.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
Sorry, guys. We're now
Syllabically.
getting into grammatical debate. Anyway, this was actually requested by our editor, Tilly Richardson. So
T-Rich.
this is the first episode we've done that is a requested topic,
Ciao.
which is cool. Keep giving us requests, guys, because it makes our job easier, and it also is cool to discuss stuff that we haven't necessarily thought of because it
Yeah.
challenges us a bit more. So yeah, I guess let's get started.
Yeah.
Really,
Let's pop in.
polygamy versus monogamy. I think we'll start with when I'm in relationships, I'm.
Should we
generally-
define what they are?
Yeah, I was going to say
Ah.
let's define them.
I guess we should for anyone
Because for
listening who isn't
people
sure.
who don't know,
Yeah. Okay, so monogamy is generally. We've got the exact definition.
Oxford.
Monogamy is the
Dictionary
practice
shit.
of marrying or state of being married to one person at a time. I don't think it would necessarily
So-
define just to marriage, but generally speaking,
but being
one
in
person.
One person, people, one world.
a relationship with just only one
Yeah,
person.
so sexual
Mono.
relationship or just whatever kind of relationship you're having.
Yep.
If it's just romantic or it's sexual as well, relationship with just one person. So at one time you're only with one person.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
And then polygamy is the practice or custom of having more than one wife or husband at the same time. I don't think it necessarily has to be defined
Yeah,
by
I
marriage,
mean-
but
Yeah,
more
I
than
guess.
one partner.
there was sexual
Partner.
partners.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sexual
I just
partner.
wrote it that bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Practice of custom or having more than one partner at the same time, let's say.
Yeah.
So that kind of explains it for anyone who wasn't sure. I think it's a very interesting thing to discuss because the society that we live in, and I think Western
the
cultures,
culture that we've been brought up in as well.
we're all monogamous. Like we're taught that monogamy is the way.
Yeah.
It's the highway. Wait,
Yeah.
what's the word? What's
My
the
way or the highway.
Yeah.
It's the high one.
It's the monogamy way. Oh, it doesn't really work.
Oh, Katie. Jan's just bowing his head in shame. Anyway, yeah, so what I was going to say was that I'm monogamous within relationships. I think I always will be, personally.
Through choice, or just because that's what you've been?
I mean, I guess that's an interesting point, because has it been my choice? Or
is it just
have I just kind of been
drilled
forced into it?
you?
Yeah. I think it's I guess we'll get on to that, but I do think it's I don't know, that's weird. But I do think it is my choice, because personally, I don't know if I could have more than one partner. I think casually I could, but then when it crosses that boundary of like I'm
Indebted
either
to
in
you.
love with you, or I'm falling in love with you, or vice, like whatever. I think I could only have that one person.
I'm not saying it's good or bad
No,
to
it's
have to
interesting,
not
isn't
have
it?
a choice, and to just automatically go with that. We'll probably speak about that later, but for now, like I'm monogamous, and I don't think that was through choice. I didn't one day wake up and go, right, I'm only going to date one person, or have a relationship with one person at one time.
It just kind of happens, doesn't it?
It just kind of happens. I'm sure we'll get onto the whole thing of like cheating, and whether you can say that's polygamy or not, which probably isn't.
I don't think so. Katie, what about you?
Well, I've never been in a relationship, so I don't know. But I would say monogamy, just because I know no different. But then I
Yeah.
think it would just be really strange, like being intimate with another person when like you're intimate. Like I don't know, it'd just be really.
I mean,
weird
I guess
for me.
that's the thing. First of all,
But
guys,
you said you'd never been in a relationship. So
Yeah.
what are your standpoints on it? Would you say that you were monogamous? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Did she just say that? Oh, okay.
She did.
I wasn't
Jen.
really listening.
No, yeah, it's all right.
Brilliant.
I
Thanks.
was
He was away
I'm
with
not
the
going to lie. I had a
fairies.
little chuckle to myself when she said she'd never had a relationship, and now I feel bad,
Wow.
That's
which
so
is a really
mean.
shitty thing of me. But it's just the way that she said it.
Okay.
She's upset in the corner now.
I'm
I
not
do
upset.
apologise. I do
fucking-
apologise.
Disappointed, but not surprised.
To be honest, don't care.
What I was going to say was, when discussing this, obviously we're three people who we all feel are pretty monogamous. We're not out to like offend anyone who
No,
is
not at all.
polygamous within their relationship.
No discount.
At the end of the day,
Um,
you do you.
Yeah, we're just here to
As long as
learn
you're not
more than
harming anyone.
anything and discuss, raise the kind of conversation, because it's a thing that I think it's a thing that really isn't spoken about much. And
Not at all. No.
I actually know quite a few people who are in polygamous relationships now, have been in the past, or just are always polygamous.
I think it's a very dare I say, without sounding like an old bastard, it's a very modern thing, isn't it? It's a very as in the sense of like,
I don't.
well, yeah, you like.
I don't agree with that.
Do you not think
statement. No.
like all of our grandparents and parents, they don't
Okay, I
they
know
don't
where you're coming from,
recognise
yeah,
that as a thing.
I think within that respect, yes, it's kind of a modern.
It's not a
thing.
modern
But
idea
yeah,
because obviously it was.
when you look back,
yeah,
I guess it's not.
but yeah, I don't know how I'm trying to say it, but it's like
I understand what you mean.
you
It's
get
like
what I mean?
our nans and granddads met when they were 16, and then they married for life, and they couldn't even imagine being with someone else.
Exactly.
And that was how it was. But I'm sure there were always people out there that were,
Oh yeah.
in polygamous relationships. It maybe just wasn't. Maybe it didn't have a word, or I mean, I'm sure that the word polygamy has existed for I don't know how long. But do you know what I mean? It's
Maybe,
it's kind of like pansexuality.
Yes.
There have been people that have always probably been pansexual,
Yeah.
but it didn't have a word. That kind of thing.
And it wasn't recognised on as big a scale
As it maybe is now, yeah.
now. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. The limelight
Katie's
is
just
being
staring
shone.
into the distance. Hell yeah. Just the slow nod.
She's pissed off now, isn't she?
Yeah,
I've
I'm
pissed her
pissed
off.
off,
I do apologise.
Social notions drop. That's what we'll
It's
call
alright,
it.
we always have arguments.
It's fine, guys. I think it's interesting. The first point that I said is that when you look at as we are mammals as humans, and you look at
Some more than others.
oh, she's
was
getting
good.
her own back.
That was very good.
When you look at mammals, it's quite weird that although it's so kind of normalised, and I use that term loosely,
Yes.
for us to have monogamous relationships, we are amongst the few mammals that do practice monogamous relationships.
Yeah.
I've got some animals that are.
Here we
I wrote
go.
them
Sick.
down. Beavers.
I mean, these aren't just mammals; these are just animals in general. But yeah,
Sorry.
no, let's go for it, mate.
But-
Beavers,
Mm.
like in the Chronicles of Narnia.
We know what a beaver is.
Mr.
Is that
and
is that
Mrs.
factual? Though?
Dawn French. They were like.
Oh yeah, but is
Don,
that,
Don
that-
French is a beaver. Nice. Okay.
you haven't just got that point from the Chronicles of Narnia. You have also got it from like an actual fact.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, no, this is
Okay.
actual fact.
I wasn't sure if she was taking facts.
Fact check.
Just from Narnia.
Chronicles of Narnia.
Narnia, completely
Oh.
true. Oh, do you know what? Do you know
What's
what
she
I'm
done?
sick of? Katie just bashing her mic
I'm
around.
really sorry.
Poor listeners. Carry on, Kate.
Yeah, soz, guys. I'm on a right wobble here.
Beavers.
Beavers, lobsters.
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 Yes.
Lobsters.
Wolves.
Wolves. Thank you for that little sound bite.
And gibbons.
What's a gibbon? I don't
It's
know
a
what that
monkey.
is.
It's a
A gibbon.
type of monkey.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure that otters are, because they
Cute. I
when they
fucking love
when they
otters.
sleep they float and they hold little paws. I think I've seen pictures of it. It's
Yeah, but
really cute.
but is that just not to stay?
Tilly, can you get a picture of an otter up, please?
We're making Tilly work so hard. Otter now. No, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they are. They
yeah,
are
that's
monogamous.
the
And swans are monogamous.
Oh,
swans.
Swans are beautiful, but
on-
aggressive.
They are
Owned by the
aggressive.
Queen.
Rude.
Well, all of them.
Yeah,
All
you
of them.
can't kill a swan. You know that. You get sent to prison.
All the swans
Fair.
are owned by the
I
Queen.
mean, I wasn't planning on like killing
Brutally
swans.
Murdering
But
swans.
assaulting a swan.
they are pretty violent. But anyway, this is not a Social Notion swan episode. But yeah, I think it's so as I said, we are amongst probably more looking at mammals. Obviously, all of those animals aren't mammals.
No, yeah,
I'm trying to.
of course they are.
Oh,
I mean, a swan isn't.
a lobster's not.
Lobster
A lobster's
isn't.
not, but,
swan
but
isn't.
beavers and otters are, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're
I think
mammals.
so. God, I'm trying to like go back to like
Wait,
GCSE science.
Of course they're mammals. I'm guessing
What's
What's
so.
a lobster?
It's
What's a
a crustacean.
A
lobster?
crustacean.
Yeah,
It's a good
crustacean.
film, The Lobster. There
Yeah,
you go.
I've been told to watch that.
I didn't know what that is.
Colin Farrell.
I really like Colin Farrell.
Oh,
I think he's
big
really
up
cute.
Colin Farrell if you're listening.
Kind of fancy him a little bit.
Definitely not listening. You fancy Colin Farrell?
Yeah, a little bit.
He's polygamous.
Is
He's not.
it?
He's not. I just thought I'd link it back in.
Thanks for bringing us back, Jan.
Let's find out.
That was a proper tangent then for a minute.
yeah.
She's now searching Colin Farrell's relationship
But
status.
yeah,
and
but
whether
like you
it's-
said, with that, I like mammals. We are one of the only. I've just done the same thing as you. We are one of. Yeah,
Can't be perfect.
probably
few.
one of
we
the
are,
few
we
that
are
is,
in the
are
minority
monogamous.
group, I would imagine.
Yeah, that are
Which is
monogamous.
interesting because then when you said like it's a new thing, I would think that if you look back to maybe like Neanderthal times or like early modern human,
Maybe
I
we
can't
were.
imagine that there was much monogamy.
But was that because
Maybe that's a really silly thing to say.
was that because that was like it was to procreate
to create more people
to create more
on the
people?
Yeah,
planet.
but
I reckon it was.
that's the whole
You
point.
know.
Is that is essentially what we're here for, I guess.
I mean,
Because
in
we're
a-
mammals.
Yeah.
That like as in if you're looking at kind of just raw instinct of like human instinct. We weren't born to like make podcasts. You know what I mean?
No. Oh, I was
Yeah,
born
it
to
was-
make podcasts.
We were born to do this, guys. But do you know what I mean? That's the whole point of a human being is to.
Yeah,
carry
it's
on.
to procreate. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's, I mean, and obviously within monogamous relationships, that happens a lot of the time.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just weird, isn't it? It's such a strange thought, I think. And I think a lot of it is to do with how, I guess, religion in a big way.
Oh yeah, like cultural
because of marriage.
differences.
Well,
Marriage.
yeah. I mean, I've been brought up within a Roman Catholic religion. I'm not necessarily religious myself, but that was always the thing: is you get married, you stay with that person you married.
Have kids.
Well, they say it in the vows, don't you? You
Yeah.
say that you'll spend the rest of your life with this person.
with this one person.
Do you guys think that marriage is legit though? Like, do you
What do you mean
take-
legit?
Like, do you think that it deserves to have all this like
So-
airy fairy nonsense, or do
It's
you
something
think?
that I've thought about quite a lot recently because I've always wanted to get married.
Yeah.
But then I think I just like to be annoying and go against society and the rules. That make me sound like I'm like,
Hardcore.
I'm a rebel.
You're
No,
a punk, basically.
I'm a punk
Yeah.
rock chick. No, but you know what I mean? I've never liked to be put in a box. So, is marriage legit? Is it a thing? I mean, it is a thing, but what are our views on it? I've always
Marriage
I've always-
in the concept of being with one other person.
As in
like-
the concept of marriage.
marriage as a marriage.
Yeah,
You know,
just
ring finger.
Marriage.
yeah, I know that, but yeah, okay.
What other kind of marriage is there? Just marriage. But yes, I've always wanted to get married. But I also think that
So
when
you
you
can
actually
go down the aisle in a nice puffy dress.
I'll.
no.
Ooh.
I'm gonna wear a suit.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah?
Jumpsuit. I want to wear a cool jumpsuit.
Yeah, I want to be on the beach.
So you're basically all for marriage.
Yeah, no, and I always have thought about wanting to get married, but then the other side of me thinks like I've always kind of been the person who doesn't like being put in a box and doesn't like society's kind of rules.
Shout
And
out.
marriage is one of those things.
Yeah.
It is because
It's like being given that status, like, oh, you go through life, you find a person, you get married, oh, you
have
move into the,
kids.
yeah.
That's kind of the path that you're expected to follow. Like even when you speak to people, I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna have kids. It's like you're not gonna have kids. That's weird.
Yeah, true.
And it's not
True.
like having kids is. Oh, I don't know, but having kids, I'm sure it's fucking
A handful.
hard work.
Oh
mate.
yeah, but it's quite funny because I was talking to my parents about this the other day, and they asked me what I wanted from life,
Yeah.
which is quite a big.
Oh,
question.
yeah.
But
deep,
I don't think they
bro.
asked
What
it
do
in
you
that
want from
actual
life?
like, but basically that was the conversation, and I was like, oh, actually no. The three things I want in life is
Happiness.
marriage, kids,
I
and
guess it helps though.
a good life.
We just had an interruption. Hi guys. Bye guys. God's sake.
What was that? Who was that?
Just people just strolling in to our secret location. No one actually knows where we
Even
are.
says
Wait,
on
no,
the
who was
door.
that? Do you know them?
Yeah, it's my manager.
Oh, or
So I'm not allowed to shout at him.
No, you can't do that. Anyway.
So you don't want
Uh,
happiness?
Yes, I want happiness, but that would be my happiness. Is marriage, kids, and a healthy life. Not like
So you think that because you're gonna hit all those boundaries, you're gonna be happy?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
But why? Hang on, why is that wrong? Is why
I'm not
why
saying that
why
it's
are
wrong.
my dreams and aspirations to just get
I don't know
married and kids?
because surely you should just be happy in yourself. This is really deep, but surely you should be happy in
Jesus.
Yeah,
yourself.
but that's
because
that's
what if
not
you
what-
don't meet the
Yeah, but he's not saying about
happy.
happiness. He's just saying the three things that he
He
sees for
think-
his life.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah, that's that's the things that I want. They're my goals. I'm not
Oh.
really a career-driven person, or I don't think I am at this point.
But essentially, marriage is just a bit of paper, isn't it?
Yeah, marriage is.
I don't think it is though. I don't
I
think it's.
mean, that's what you get at the end of the massive day.
Yeah, but it's not that. That's not why people get married. The reason why people get married, obviously, it is a monogamous relationship, but it is about
Commitment.
commitment and love and
But then the question is that can you not have commitment and love outside of marriage? That's
Yeah.
Because
Well,
like
yeah. But to me, to be, let's say, polyamorous, you're not. In my eyes, which might be a wrong view, you're not really committed to one cause.
see, there you go. That's a big point to raise. Is like the whole thing of because polyamory is quite a foreign concept to a lot of people, including probably us.
Yeah.
Like so for me personally, when in a relationship and like in love with someone, I couldn't imagine having those kind of feelings for anyone else at the same time,
Yeah, no,
or even not even that, or even just wanting to be intimate with someone at the same time. But then again, I don't know because I love a lot of people. I love you guys. I love my mum and dad and my brother and my sister and, all my other friends. So why can't we romantically love people different people at the same time? Do you know what I mean?
I do think that it is like without sounding. No, I'm not even going to justify it. Well, not. It is special just loving that one person and devoting not your whole life to them, but you get what I mean. Your emotions and on a relationship side, a physical and sexual relation that is good. That is
good.
it is good.
Sex is good, yeah?
Brilliant. No, but like when you're in a relationship with someone, it is special, and it should be for just you and that one person, or
Yeah? What do you think?
I think I don't really know
Do you
because
think
I've
you can
never like been in love or like
Yeah.
been in a
I think it's
relationship.
quite-
So
it's
for me,
quite a
it's really
strange
this is quite a strange
Viewpoint
thing to
come
talk
from.
about.
But quite an
because
interesting viewpoint as well because
I have literally no exploration into any of this kind
do
of
you
stuff.
think
Which
do you
is
think
good.
romantically you can love more than one person at once? Or do you think that people who are polyamorous
I think that
They don't.
the
It's
point
just-
from what I've experienced is if you are in love with one person, you're in a relationship with them, and then you start having feelings for another person, you then not that you're capable, or I'm not capable of loving two things at once, but once you start loving that other person, you don't love the other, the first person. If you get what I mean, like you
Yeah.
it's not like it's a level thing. Your love must drop for that one person to fulfill, for the other person to fulfill all the other things that one person was doing.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Does that make
think,
sense?
Yeah, no, I completely get where you're coming from, but I do think that that's because of. I do think it's because of what we've been taught as society.
But I don't think
like,
it
even
is,
from a
because
young
I've
age.
never been taught.
Yeah, but you have not necessarily taught, but
It's like micro,
It's-
almost
it's-
like
it's
little
like
bits. Yeah, like
everywhere.
microdosing.
I get what.
almost.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
microdosing, microdosing monogamy.
Monogamy.
No, it is though. Like even at school, like
School
it's kind of you're taught
plays.
everything. You're taught that it's
Everything.
man, woman, marriage, done.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
that's
what
I
is
mean,
that thing
first
called
thing
when
is
it's like,
man, woman. Like,
I mean, that's the only way.
it's like
isn't it?
family when
yeah,
you like
well, that is the only
what is
relationship
gay?
to have.
when you play with like toys and stuff. You always have a mum, a dad, a brother, and a sister. Like that's the setup, isn't it?
Yeah, it was always very much.
Yeah,
Family.
The perfect family.
Yeah, that's what you consider a
Perfect family, in
yeah.
air quotes, let's say. But
Big
yeah,
old
I don't
air
know, I
quotes.
just think it's straight, and also the kind of thing of jealousy as well, coming from a standpoint of a monogamous person. So I can't imagine like if I was with someone who I was like, fuck me, I love this person, and then they came to me and said, I'm polyamorous, and this isn't an open relationship, me and you, because this is our relationship, but I also have other partners.
Yeah, you see that.
That would I would struggle. I really would.
I
I think
think-
that's an interesting thing to think about is when a monogamous person is with someone who is polyamorous.
Ah,
Because I know people who are together who are both polyamorous.
right. So
I don't know anyone of that
this
status.
documentary that I watched. I've seen a documentary. It was Louis Theroux documentary,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
the
which
Louis
is quite
Theroux
interesting.
one.
To be fair, obviously Louis Theroux is
Great guy.
he's a
Bit of a
god.
G, yeah.
A god.
Um,
God through.
in
God of the
in the
documentaries.
documentary realms.
Yeah.
And there was one. He saw a few. He went visiting a few people who were polyamorous, but there was one where it was a woman and two men, and the woman was polyamorous,
Yeah.
but the men weren't.
The men or the man.
No, because the woman, it was one woman and two men in
Oh,
a
sorry.
polyamorous
Right.
relationship.
Were they all
Right.
living in the same house?
They're all living in the same house, but the men weren't. So the men,
Damn.
yeah. So it kind
Oh,
of,
God. I
without
haven't-
sounding like a horrible, it's kind of sharing
Yeah.
a
I haven't
partner.
even thought about that kind of thing. Like when it gets to the kind of stage of relationship where you're moving in with each other. Who
And
do you live with?
that was the other thing. the
Which
thing
one?
the thing that bent my mind was they literally said in the documentary that it's so
Doesn't she, I
alien
think
to
I've
think
seen the documentary. Doesn't
Yeah.
she have a daughter
where-
as well?
No,
with
no,
one
no,
of-
no, 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 no.
There was one where there's a
Maybe.
daughter
But no,
involved as
this
well,
one was
which is a bit
these two men, and
difficult.
when the woman, obviously when it got down to
Going
Sex.
to bed.
the sexy time,
Yeah. Going to bed.
It was literally-
going to bed.
it was literally
Pure.
like one night she'd sleep with one,
It was
know.
like a rota.
yeah, and the other
Monday,
one was
Wednesday,
downstairs.
Friday.
The other one was
Twiddling
downstairs, and he even
thumbs.
said the other one was downstairs playing video games.
Oi.
Yeah, so
God, that's
while
mad.
I don't know, I shouldn't be taking the mick, but this is how I viewed it. Well, one of the guys were
Getting
upstairs,
lucky, yeah.
The other one's
lucky.
playing Call of Duty or
Waiting
whatever,
for his turn.
waiting for his turn the
Yeah.
next night.
See, I haven't even thought.
And-
Kind of
but that would make me jealous.
Yeah.
Especially if I was in the same house. Bloody hell. Like,
'Cause obviously, it's one thing when two people who are both polyamorous get into a relationship. They kind of both know what they're in for.
yes.
Because they're both very comfortable with the
With that.
the idea of
being
polyamory,
the
of having
ideal.
many. And the thing is, having different sexual partners isn't the issue. If you want to sleep with people, you sleep
Go
with
for it.
people.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
obviously
Get
then
that.
Make it known.
when it's one monogamous person with one polyamorous person, and when it gets to that stage of let's move in together, but then if say the woman's say it's a female and male in a relationship, the man's monogamous like it was in the documentary, and the woman's polyamorous. Surely then she has other relationships. Who's she gonna move in with?
Well,
But I
which
do
one
also
wins?
think with like with the monogamy and the
Polygamy.
Yeah, I can't bloody say it. Basically, they know what they're signing up for. Like I'd like to think they'd be straight up with what
you
they
know
were
what
up
you're
for.
signing up for, but you
So-
don't. Go on, carry on.
Well, it's just like you know what you're signing up for, so
Yeah.
you should just deal with it. And if you can't deal with it, then don't be with that
I
person because
guess
evidently they're not filling.
That's hard
Like,
then though.
They're not filling
Yeah.
things that you're
Yeah.
wanting.
That's hard though, because if you're like, oh, I love this person,
But do you? But okay.
I guess it's when that conversation comes.
Mm.
Yeah, but no, I get what you're saying, but you're saying, oh, but do you love them if you're willing to let them go because of something that, like that? But then again, it's like, it's two completely different worlds.
Yeah.
Being open to having relationships with different people at the same time, and then being committed to what, that's like the complete opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
Mhm.
I don't know how that would ever work, and it's probably so hard from, well, I don't want to, it's so hard for us monogamous people. But do you know what I mean? Like from my viewpoint, it would be hard for me to go into a relationship with someone, for them to then come to me and, well, obviously I'd much rather them come to me and tell them that they are polyamorous instead of keeping it from me, because then I think that's just cheating.
You'd want to know that before you started.
Yeah, if it starts
relationship
to
with
get serious, it's more than just like we're seeing each other. You'd want to know. But then talking of cheating gets to the point where it's like, if they haven't told you, and it gets down the line,
Yeah, that's cheating.
that is cheating, isn't it?
Yeah,
If it hasn't been something that's been vocalised, that's cheating. But there is a lot of stigma around polygamy with cheating, isn't there? So yeah, the stigma around kind of uneducated people looking at a polyamorous person and thinking that it's just either they're just out to get loads of sex,
greedy,
and
basically. Yeah.
they're either greedy or they're cheating, they're cheaters, they're adult. Like that is just ignorant. But
Yeah.
there is
Yeah,
a fine
yeah.
line in relationships, like I said before, where it's like, as long as it's something that's vocalised,
Yeah, I think that's key.
then yes.
Very key.
But if it's something that isn't like, but I can't imagine anyone who's polyamorous will go into a relationship and be like, oh, I'm just going to keep this from them for a while. Because if it's
I'm
something,
sure it's happened, but
Yeah.
yeah,
So and
that's
so
not cool.
just thinking about it, then like that. That's why I don't necessarily agree with polygamy, is because to me, let's be honest, it's the sexual relation that would bother people more. You know, if you're in a monogamous relationship,
don't know.
you
know,
don't
man.
want you don't want someone else. You don't want your partner sharing intimacy with anyone else.
see, I don't know.
Don't know,
'Cause
because
because
I
that's
think
what- that's-
I think sex is just like a animal.
I think that's
vehicle.
very-
I
Like
know
an
what you mean.
act.
I know what you're saying. That sex it's
And anyone can-
It's what we do as humans. That's how we.
I
do
think
it.
there's
It's
I think there's a fine line between sex being intimate, and then there's like the love involved.
I
Yeah,
think,
but-
I think,
but
it's,
the-
subject, I think
but-
it's subjective to the situation. It depends. Like, so for example, if I was in a monogamous relationship and someone cheated on me with a one night stand, that's horrible. But if someone cheated on me with someone that they were in love with and had been going on for however long,
That's even worse. No.
yeah, that's even worse. That's what I'm
even
saying.
Yeah.
worse. That
So
would cut the bullet.
For me, it's more if they've got as much of a connection with someone else as they had or have with me, that's a lot more of soul destroying to me than, obviously I wouldn't want to be with someone who's having sex with someone else, because sex is to me like a thing that you just do with that one person.
Yeah.
But I do think that connection is more of the
No, but
thing
I
that
think
but
it's
this
more than
isn't this
just
isn't like
sex.
I'm not trying to come across as like the person that I'm in a relationship with. I don't own them. Like they're not. I'm not forcing them to sort of. I'm not forcing, but I don't own them, so I can't. The relationship isn't just one sided, or you'll love me, you'll
Yeah.
have sexual like. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in a relationship, you should respect each other, and that intimacy should just be with two people, you and someone else.
But
And
why?
that's what's special. Because that's what's special. That's what That's the best thing about being in a relationship with someone.
For you.
For me, yeah. For me. is sharing that intimacy with just that one person.
So you're saying that people who are polyamorous, because they have different relationships with different people, they'll never experience that height of like love, intense love with someone because it's more than one person.
Yeah. Now I'm not trying to say that what they're thinking is wrong, because I don't know, because I don't think like that. But from my view, that is the best thing about being in a relationship with someone, is you share that intimacy, you share that relationship with another person, and they hopefully feel the same about you. And the minute they don't, or not, maybe people have doubts, that's fine. But the minute that they betray that sort of intimacy and relationship, is the minute that I think then, oh, they're not thinking the same as me. They're not in love with me as I am in love with them. They might still love me, fine. They might still like me as a person. They might still respect me. But the minute
you aren't
they...
the one for them anymore.
Yeah. The minute that they go... You know,
kind of I can get it better over here. Not get it better, but I'm happier over here than I am with this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And that was another thing they brought up in that documentary, was kind of different people fulfill different roles of their life. Now that, to me, that's fine. That's fine. Like, that's what we do anyway. You do that when you've got certain friends that'll cheer you up. You've got certain friends that you can talk to about different things. And you've got certain friends that God knows why they're your friends. Like, you do that with relationships, as in non-sexual ones.
Yeah. Platonic.
Yeah, platonic. That is the word.
In my head, I was like, "What's that word? What's that word? I want to sound smart." Platonic. There it is.
So I get that, but yeah, it's just something to do with that intimate and sexual, and that relationship. Yeah, that relationship that's wrong.
I think it's a very interesting standpoint that you're coming from, because
I have no idea. Like,
yeah, but you just because you haven't experienced it doesn't mean you haven't got a clue about it.
I mean,
I just wonder if you have any thoughts.
I mean,
I think it's quite interesting.
I think I do get where you're coming from, like with like not having that intense. I personally don't think I could do it, because I'd want to have that intense.
Do you think that
relationship? But then
you don't think you could
be
polyamorous?
Polyamorous. No, but
do you think polyamorous relationships? Do you think when people are having, multiple relationships with people, do you think that they can reach that height of like love that Jan was talking about?
I think they'll.
With more than one person.
Yeah, I think they'll be fulfilling. It'll be different. I guess it's going to be different for them, because as you said, they're fulfilling different roles, and on that you can love someone more for something. I think they're just.
But you should love one person for everything that they are.
Yeah, but why?
No. You should love one person for everything they are, but that doesn't mean you should only love one person.
But that's what I'm saying, is when you start picking and choosing what you love about someone.
Well, I've never spoken to someone who's polyamorous that has that viewpoint. No. Okay. I don't think that they're like, I like you because you've got a good bum.
Yeah.
And I like you because you wash the dishes nicely. Like, I don't think it's like that. I think they just
But surely you'd want someone that washes the dishes and also has a good bum.
Of course you would, but I'm sure you can find more than one person who has both those things. I'm right here.
Very true.
Yeah, there you go. I wash dishes so well. Anyway.
And your bum's not too bad either.
Thanks, Jan. Oh.
Grace, I'm leaving.
She's out of here.
I'm out.
The question I think we should begin to round off on is: are humans naturally polygamous or monogamous?
I think that's hard to answer. I think that's hard to answer because of so much. Because we clearly are polygamous. Naturally, because like we said before, we procreate.
We have lots of friends.
Because we have lots of friends.
What does that mean?
Because like, well, if you think about it, like it depends what.
You're looking at it kind of a viewpoint from like friendship love versus romantic love.
Yeah, so we have capabilities to be involved in lots of different people.
Yeah,
to what extent.
I do think that is an interesting point. It's
to what extent
you're
how far you're taking
you're
it.
able to love. I'm able to love many people, family love, friendship love, romantic love. But why is it that the romantic love is one,
I've got a question.
but everything else is
Do you think
many?
maybe?
Go on.
I don't know. Do you think it's fetish?
Fetishized.
Yeah.
Fetish size.
Do you think it's fetishized by some people?
What, polygamy?
Yeah.
I think so. I think that's what
Possibly.
it sounds. To be fair, watching that documentary, to bring it up again, that's what it seemed like. It's a bit of
I think maybe for some people, not for everyone.
for someone's
No.
fantasies.
But I think that's more that people just did. I think that I don't know.
But maybe that's just 'cause the way it was portrayed
yeah,
through that.
maybe,
document.
maybe I don't know.
Okay.
Interesting.
Sorry.
I don't think that people. I don't think that would be the majority of polygamous people who are like, kind of committed to
Yeah, who
polygamy,
take
and that's the way they
it,
feel,
that's
the way
like
they
their
are.
thing. Yeah, of course.
I don't think. But yeah, are humans? What do you think? Are humans polygamous or monogamous naturally? I mean,
I think they're
we're-
polygamous.
We are. We're
think-
mammals.
I
that we're-
think
yeah,
we
but
are.
I think our
I think if we threw it back like yonks and yonks, we'd be like bonking like we just would.
bonking.
Bonking
Yonk,
bonking
everywhere.
everybody.
throw it back yonks and we'd be bonking.
And
Just-
we'd
just-
just because
That's
you know,
what we're here
sex
for, isn't it?
everywhere.
Yeah,
We're here
you'd
to
just be,
continue
like,
our species.
having fun. Yeah.
But it is crazy.
I think
that-
because of the societal
Yeah.
construct that we
But
have
I
built
don't
by
even
ourselves.
think it is just
it is.
societal. It must
We've
be.
been
It must be
culturally-
like brain. It must be like cerebral as well, because, like, what I'm trying to say is, you form a jealousy. It is jealousy.
Yeah, but I do think that's because over like hundreds of
Years.
years,
Millions.
we've been conditioned that marriage, kids, happy, done. That is, if you like, there's nothing that you look at that doesn't have that in it.
I have a
Go on,
concept.
Kate, throw it at us.
What are we the Stone Age peeps? What are they called? Flintstones.
Yeah, the Flint. They were called the Flintstones.
Yeah, them peeps.
Yeah.
They saw a little beaver, and they were like, "They look well cute together, them two. We should start doing that." And then Bob's your uncle. Here we are.
You mean so the whole of
21st
monogamy?
century.
Thank you, beavers.
So yeah, so we based our monogamy on beavers.
That is 100% factual, by the way. Everyone.
And
Yeah.
wolves. They were friends with wolves.
So
We had
essentially,
wolves. That's how we got dogs and stuff.
Katie.
What are you talking about? Yeah, right. You are right with the wolves and dogs, and that we owned
and
wolves, and then we started.
wolves are monogamous.
So
So, they're probably
s-
like, "Oh, pal, like
Essentially,
You look
Katie has
upset.
cracked the code of polygamy and monogamy.
you're welcome, everyone."
What she just said there was obviously completely 100%.
So
factual.
basically, it was Fred and who's the other one? Flintstone. What's his wife called?
Oh,
I really want to say Fanny Flintstone, but that's not right.
No, it's not Fanny Flintstone.
It should have
Fred
been.
Flintstone.
It should
Would
have
have been a good
been.
name.
Is it
Strong
Daphne?
name.
Daphne.
Daphne.
Is it
No.
Daphne?
Isn't that Scooby Doo?
That's
Scooby-Doo,
Scooby Doo.
No, it's
She does have ginger
Oh,
hair.
is it
though.
Velma?
No,
Flintstone?
no. Oh,
Do
guys.
you know what? It doesn't matter.
I'm
The
Googling
Flintstones
it.
come up with monogamy.
I need to find out.
Yeah, I need to know. Velma, Daphne,
Wilma,
Wilma. Thank
Fucking
you,
Wilma.
Wikipedia.
So Fred and
Pebbles,
Wilma
Flintstone,
Flintstone have
Barney,
basically
Betty.
it's their fault.
Seen a few beavers. Thought,
Adopt
do you know what?
someone.
Let's give that a
Found
go.
one.
There you
You
go,
want-
guys.
But-
Completely factual evidence there. We've
yeah,
cracked
you
the
are,
code.
but you are right. Like obviously we it's
We
more
started
likely.
as-
It's more likely that we were.
Well, I think
Polygamous.
there's probably proof. I'm not a
But-
scientist, but I do think there's
I
obviously proof
watched
that
a
we
TED
are
Talks.
history
we
of it.
are polygamous beings, but we have throughout time, the way our society has shifted, been conditioned to become monogamous beings.
Conditioned
Because-
is the wrong word. I don't think you should say conditioned,
Okay,
because that's meaning like we're forced into it.
Kinda are
we're
though.
not. No.
Yeah, we are.
I don't think.
though.
'Cause
No,
it's-
when
'cause-
I say condition, I just mean like through what we
L'Oreal.
have through the
Tresemme.
through shut up, Katie. Through what we've kind of taken in from society, what our ancestors have kind of
Yeah.
grown up with, and it's just been bled into society. That it's in everything: advertisement, TV, film,
Barbies,
music,
dolls.
Barbie
Barbies, dolls. Barbies, dolls.
Someone
Barbie
said that
dolls.
I look like an action man with this hair.
Yeah, you
That
do.
just
You
brought-
Yeah.
actually do.
Anyway,
mate.
You
carry
wear
on.
a full camo suit,
Yeah.
you'd be action man.
So I need my Barbie
You need your Barbie
or another action man.
or Ken.
Ken doll.
So, guys, I think we did get a bit off topic there towards the
definitely
end,
did,
talking
yeah.
about the
Yeah, I think
Flintstones
I've-
and beavers.
Yeah.
I mean, Katie's theory, you never know, she could be completely bang on.
she
I
might be.
very much doubt it.
She might be.
I just think Beaver's well cute.
I mean, you're not wrong. Beavers are really cute.
So cute.
Anyway, guys, Final thoughts, anyone? I'm going to just go with that. I think people should do what they want to do.
Yeah.
Shag who they want to shag and love who they want to love, as long as you're not hurting anyone. But I do think it's a thing that we should talk about more, because I think it's actually really interesting when you think about. I'm not going to say the word condition because I don't like it, but when I do think that we've in a way been kind of pushed into being monogamous, subconsciously, like without knowing. Okay. And it would be strange. Imagine if society was the other way around. If we were just completely polygamous beings, that'd be
loving everybody.
Crazy. Everyone would just be
all
all
over
over
nice,
everyone.
actually, if everyone was just loving everybody.
Yeah, maybe we need a bit more of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, final thoughts, Jan?
I agree with you. I do agree with you in the sense that people can do what they want. Of course they can. And as long as you're not hurting people, and communication is obviously a big thing in both sets of relationships.
Yeah, of course.
Communication is the key. But
thumbs up.
Me personally, I couldn't be.
It's an alien
polygamous.
concept, isn't it? Yeah.
It's I like I said before. Bloody hell. Like I said
bloody
before, to love someone for me is about commitment, and is about that one person making you happy and you making them happy.
Cute.
And that is special to me. That
get some violins out, boys.
Yeah, I know. But maybe if I became polygamous, I'd probably have a girlfriend by now.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Might have more than one.
Or maybe not.
I don't know, man.
But that's I do think it's special having being in a monogamous relationship.
Kate, what do you think?
3 words. You do you.
It should have been 4, and you should have said you do you, boo.
Rewind.
Jan.
Forward. No, okay.
Shut up, Kate.
Yeah, just you do you guys. Whatever floats your boat. If you want it, do it. I personally think that I would really enjoy another person, a little friend.
A beaver.
No, weird.
Never know.
You do seem like you got a thing
because
for
I think
beavers.
they're cute, but no. I think I want to have that like intense love, you know,
with one person.
With one person, I think that's my vibe. So, guys,
I guess stay tuned to find out what happens with Katie's love life. She'll keep you updated.
This is kind of a polygamous relationship.
You just insinuated that we're all having sex, Jan. Yeah, when the camera cuts,
weird.
when the camera
Swingers,
cuts,
we're all
guys,
swingers here.
That's a different, you know.
It gets crazy.
The camera's
You
still
should see the
rolling.
other
It's just a
side.
different.
Oh yeah, we upload that somewhere else. Oh god. Anyway, guys.
Playpen XXX.
Stop.
You can find us there.
Guys, you can't find us anywhere. I promise, apart from the social notions.
You never know.
Talking of that, find us over on Facebook and Instagram, the social notions. Just a swift move away from the talk of pornographic content.
Lol.
Yeah, YouTube is just the social notions. Same on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you guys have you'll find all the links on the Facebook page. But yeah, just keep listening, guys. We really are so grateful for all the listeners and the support. And I think we're really enjoying doing it, aren't we?
Yeah,
guys?
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's enjoying this.
I have to stand in front. I have to look
Katie
at
said that
Jan's face all the
She's
time.
handing in her resignation. She said.
Yeah,
Okay.
put on this.
We've got someone else in mind.
Yeah, we've got someone.
Have you actually?
Yeah,
Yeah.
mate. We've
Woo!
spoken about it.
Okay.
Yeah, mate.
I'm actually not resigning, guys. I'm still going to be here next week.
Anyway, are we going to move on to Song of the Week?
Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
Song of the Week jingle.
My Song of the Week.
We need a jingle insert.
We do. Song of
Boom.
the Week. My Song of the Week is, I think ours are probably going to be similar.
Maybe.
I think they will.
But yeah, maybe.
Mine is going to be Billie Eilish released an album.
Yeah.
Classic.
Slaps.
And it's good. I'm
good.
sorry to be that person,
It is incredible.
but it's good. And I'm going to say that my favourite song from it and my Song of the Week is going to be My Strange Addiction.
Yeah, that is so good. If you could have said anything,
I've
on
not
it,
Yeah.
I'd
I've
give
not listened to it yet
Oh, God, you need
Listen
to.
to
It's
it.
really good.
because
But
I'm like
yeah.
edgy.
So
Jokes, lols.
edgy. But yeah, go on down. Oh, we've got.
Is
a
there a
dog.
dog?
There's a dog
I can hear a
barking.
dog barking. Hello? Oh, I hope the dog's fine. Yeah, My Strange Addiction, Billie Eilish. I'm sure that everyone listening has already heard of Billie
Yeah.
Eilish. But if you haven't, honestly, go and give it a listen. It's really good. Song of the Week, Jan?
Well, I'm in a predicament because I've been listening to a lot of new music at the minute and old music, but because you said Billie Eilish, I'm gonna go with someone different.
Okay, I'm sorry that I
And
stole your thunder.
I am gonna go with a band that I really like called Crows.
Yeah.
A bit of a punkier band. They spotted Idols, who are another important band at the minute. And they spotted Idols, and they just brought out an album a couple of weeks ago. And without going, I'm trying to think of what the best song on the album. I really like the song Crawling, so let's go with Crawling.
Crawling by Crows.
Yeah, but the album is really cool. It's kind of a mix of Joy Division-esque punk. Lead singer is very nice. Spoke to him the other week as well at the gig.
There you go.
Oh my God, famous.
Yeah, mate.
Fame. What does it feel like?
Music friends. Kate,
Okay.
what's your song of the week?
Mine is actually a shout out to my friend Hope, who just released a banger called Love Stained. She's called Hope Tala. It's really good. Yeah.
It is. I can vouch for that.
So good.
I was listening to Hope's music without knowing that Katie was actually friendly with her, and then I was shocked to hear.
Yeah.
that
I was like,
she's got the links.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Very
need
good stuff.
Also, she's
Chill
stunning. Look how stunning she is.
You'll see her on the screen, guys.
Oh, beautiful.
Pretty chill vibes. Pretty
Yeah.
good stuff. But yeah,
Good stuff.
I guess that
Keep
rounds
doing
us up.
you, Hope.
For
That rounds
episode,
it up.
yep. You do you, Hope, and
If
everyone
you
else
if you watch it.
yeah, that rounds us up for this time. Episode 4 is done. We've made it 4. Well done, guys. Round of applause. That was a really half-assed round of applause, Kate. Oh, she's rubbish. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, guys. Let us know what you think. Hope you enjoyed. See you on the next one, I guess. Yeah?
Shabba.
Goodbye.
Bye.